It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Panthers and the Giants. And it's coming up next on Madden NFL 25.
It can hold over 82,000 fans, and every one of those seats is filled for this one, as our coverage of the NFL brings us to MetLife Stadium. Welcome to Week 2, everybody. Kate Scott and Brock Heward here with you. Really happy you could join us in a game that's already an early must-win for both of these teams, Brock. They were each losers back in Week 1.
It's only 2 weeks, Kate, of a 17-game season, and people I know out there are going, come on, a must-win right now. But the percentage of teams all-time who make the playoffs after an 0-2 start, it's right around 10%, so you are spot on once again. Not impossible to do, but your season outlook's a whole lot better if you're the team who wins this one.
Neither team got the start to the season that they wanted. Let's see who can right the ship as Week 2 gets underway. Starting from the 5. And look at this return. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. So now out comes the Panther offense for its initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by the first player picked in the 2023 NFL Draft from Alabama. It's Bryce Young.
A bit of an uneventful outing individually last week, Kate. A touchdown and a pick for him, but the lasting memory, well, there's no question about it. Walking off that field with the loss, that stings. No doubt he feels he could have done more to prevent that result, so expect to see a motivated individual taking snaps here this week.
He's keeping it, and he's out of bounds, up at his own 45. And that one goes for a gain of 11, and it'll give the Panthers a first down.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end, only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that first down anyway.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Out of the gun, Young. Cuffs, this is Xavier Leggett. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. They'll get 18 yards there. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Three. Let's go.
They give to Spiller from the gun. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
From the gun, they go with Spiller. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And it'll give the Panthers a first down.
52 Let's go now.
Spiller trying this one up the gut. And he drives this forward to the 6. Tackle made there by the rookie from Arkansas. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Shotgun snap now to Young. Touchdown, Carolina! What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone while getting your offense established and into top gear right here early on.
Back now, pressure on its way. That's complete to Darius Slayton. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Shaq Griffin finishing that play off.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line.
Putting the tight end in motion. They'll run it with Devin Singletary. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Now they'll throw out of the gun. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. He's got it at the 24. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And it's going to be Panthers football.
On the set.
They've got 1st down from the 31.
Ready. Set. Go.
Young working from the gun. Gets this to Johnson. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. After the play, we get a timeout on the field. They're looking at an injured man. And yeah, it's Deontay Johnson who's shaken up. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches.
Down.
Up the middle, Spiller. And he'll get it up to the 44. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Looking to throw, Young. That'll be caught by Adam Thielen. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st. And time runs out before they get the snap off. That's the end of one. 7-0 is our score. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this.
On the ready.
We're ready to go with the 2nd quarter. It's Panthers football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive.
Ready.
This give is to Spiller. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels, and right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
That's him on the quick hitter. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
Ready, set.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Ready.
They give it to Spiller. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Let's go.
Now Young. Headed out right. Cut near the goal line.
You know what I love about this? Never showing panic. When he leaves the pocket, look at his eyes. They continue to search downfield. They're never looking at the rush. They're finding the open man downfield before running out of real estate.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Panthers get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the 1st half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. Like a good target, Brock. Neighbors is there. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Able to hit Robinson, complete. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Play action on first down. Oh, he got way too much under that one. Too high, that's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
2nd and 10 now. Short pass brought in. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
A gain of 24 yards. That's another New York Giants.
From the red zone now. The back grabs it. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. So it's the 2-minute warning here from MetLife. It's the Giants in a nice spot, 2nd and inches.
At the 2-yard line.
Throwing from the gun. And they will score. Touchdown, New York. The Giants make it a one-score game before halftime. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Point after try is good by Lutz. And the Giants chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Returning it from the 4. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Panthers sending their offense back out as we get a look at Isaiah Spiller. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Young throwing here. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. That's Bobby Okereke. And the Giants get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. He was trying to fit it into a window in the zone coverage, but by the time he let it go, boy, Brock, that lane had closed and someone was there to make a play on it.
Now, what you're trying to do in zone coverage defensively is make that quarterback see a window that isn't actually there. And as soon as he takes the bait and sends it over the middle, well, you got 1, 2, 3 defenders all there in range to go pick it off.
Gets this to Slayton. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
2nd and a yard. At the Panthers 22.
He'll look to throw. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Down and 1.
They're throwing it. He's got it near the 8. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
That's good for the Giants. 1st down.
Tight end going in motion here.
Goal at the 8-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. They are throwing it again. Escapes out to the left. He's taken down. The Panthers rush gets home. The Giants using their first time out. They've held him out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal. He's dropping back to throw. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And that sack going to cost them some yardage. Timeout called, and that's going to be the 2nd for New York. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Will Lutz on to attempt the field goal. From the left hash, about 31 yards out. Bertolet able to knock it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
You know, you look at that third down play, looking back, and it really turns into a 3-point play. It's why situational work is so critical. Coaches talk about it all the time. Sure, you love the field goal, but man, they would have loved a touchdown more.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Last drive of the half isn't going to be long. 14 seconds remaining. To the air on first down. Young finds Sanders. And he takes this down after crossing the 45. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Okay, right.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play.
Let's go now.
Looking to throw. That's complete to Leggett. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
Come on, set.
A final throw before the break. Nowhere to go with it, so he just throws it away. So we've arrived at halftime, and the Panthers, impressive so far. They've got a lead so far on the road. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to our studios in Orlando. Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Kate, back to you and Brock in just a moment.
Not everyone's a fan of the out-of-town scoreboard. We'll keep our focus right here. Let's get back to football with the start of the second half. On now is York to kick this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. So to begin the third quarter, the New York offense returning to the field. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Motioning the tight end now. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. 2nd and 3 now. From the 37. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions to get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
An extra corner into the game for the Panthers. 3rd down.
Go.
They'll try and throw it here. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up. The Giants are set to punt. And this will be his second effort of the contest. Fields this clean at the 30. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And it's going to be their football coming up. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10.
Ready.
Running it here with Spiller. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Okay, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. We're going to get a pause here. Offense taking a timeout.
Here we go.
Here's Spiller. And they're going to bring him down after a good gain to the 40. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, Young. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that leaves him with 3rd and short.
Here we go. Here we go.
Shotgun snap now to Young. Flushed out of the pocket. That's caught for the 1st. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
1st and 10 now from the 30.
Ready?
Now it's Spiller. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Let's go.
Young working from the gun. It's caught. That's Thielen. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10.
38. Set.
Now a carry by Spiller. And he got what he could there, only to the 14. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Set. Ready.
Here's Young to throw. The throw is caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina! The Panthers push their lead further to start the half. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
And the Panthers leaving their guys out there. Look at this. They're trying for 2.
Set. Cut.
He's throwing for it. And that pass is complete for 2, and their lead grows further. Well, he just caught them the touchdown, Brock. Defense obviously aware of him as they line up for 2. How did they lose him? How did they get it right back to him for the conversion?
Because he's that good. In moments like this, Kate, it's not even about the play, it's about the player. And when you got a player of this caliber, you find every way to get it to him. And just because he scored the touchdown doesn't mean you don't go right back to that well. I love it.
Now here comes the New York offense. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Benjamin St. Just getting up to end that play. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Set. Go.
He's gonna throw this one. Connects with Slayton. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. They have themselves another 1st and 10.
First down.
Looking to the air here. Has it at the 7. And he's gonna take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Giants shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Extra point try now from Lutz. The point after splits the uprights. And the Giants trim the deficit down to 5. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's the Panthers in possession of it, needing to preserve that lead over 1 final quarter.
Ready up.
They're out and set, 1st and 10.
43 rail. Let's go now.
They'll run this with Spiller. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Legette's got it. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
Ready. Striker. 3-3. Ready.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
Down.
Young to throw it. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. It appears all that prep work and studying that you quarterbacks love to do in the build-up to the game, Brock, it has certainly paid off. This guy has picked apart this defense much of the contest.
This is one of those games you appreciate. There's going to be peaks, there's going to be valleys, there's going to be mountaintops. Just like pitchers don't have all their stuff every time out, well, when you do and you're electric, it's sure fun to play.
That one's incomplete over the middle.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Chased out to his right. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. 16 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Carolina 1st.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a 1st down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10.
Ready.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he gets a few on the plunge forward. 2nd down now, 7 to go.
Let's go.
Throwing from the gun here. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Xavier Legette, the target on that throw. And that takes them to 3rd down. Back to throw it. He's on the move. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. He has the Carolina touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
On the
The
set.
Panthers again going for 2.
Ready.
Now Young. Bails out of the pocket quick. And this is caught, so add a couple more to this lead they've got here in the 4th. Worked so well the first time. Hey, why not go right back to it? See if you can be successful again. They do, and they are.
And I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because you almost feel the confidence, right? Like if you get it the first time, you're almost playing with house money. Even if you fail, it's still 14 points. It's not really a failure. And if you get it, well, you gain even more confidence and make that opponent think that much more.
This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Giants are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he has to be happy about his game. We're checking some of the highlights right now that he's made so far. A good showing that's seen him in the zone from time to time. And also he's just seen the field well from his spot in the middle of this offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Finds a seam down the middle. Keeps on moving into the red zone. And he takes it in. Touchdown, New York! The Giants now within 1 score in the 4th. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Return coming from the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. Oh, hang on there. Hang on a moment. Looks like we've got an injured player on the kick return. They're going to check on him now. Ball at the 33 for first down.
22 needle. Set.
Handoff now out of the gun. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 34. Buys time, rolling right. He tucks it and takes off. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that first down anyway.
From the 44-yard line now, first and 10.
Let's go now.
A give now from the gun. And he has enough room to gain about 4. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Panthers up by 6. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
Come on.
From the 48. Has him on the quick hitter. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. So after the 2-minute warning, another stoppage here. The defense is calling time. 1:55 to go.
On the ready.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
Ready.
From the gun, here's a handoff. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4. Now we get another stoppage here. Just 1:52 remaining. The defense burns a timeout. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
Down.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Escapes the pocket. This is reeled in by Leggett. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. The Giants are going to call their final timeout here. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now.
Watch out now.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll run it from the gun. And he has enough room to gain about 4. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a first down.
He finds Sanders. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches.
Here we go.
Here he is to throw. And that is the catch that should end this game and seal this win. Touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
So the offense is lined up. Panthers making another attempt at 2.
Ready.
Young throwing here. He rolls to his right. And he's into the end zone for 2. That sets him up with a 14-point lead. That is their 3rd conversion this game. They haven't been shy on the confidence to go for it or to back it up once it's snapped.
I love that word, confidence. And I love being in a huddle and you can feel it. When you're on offense that feels like you can't be stopped, you can't wait to say, ready, break. No matter what the situation or circumstance is, in 3 conversions, that's job well done.
Now he's York to kick this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it second down. Back to throw. Trying to push it deep downfield. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. To throw. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to have it after his second interception of the season. And as they celebrate the turnover, we're going to shift our focus to one of his teammates who appears to be injured following that play. Team staff heading out to look at him now.
Okay, right.
Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's first and goal.
Let's go. Fight, 60. Set.
They'll try and punch it in. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. Now the Panthers decide to spend their third and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now.
On the double.
Buckle up, it's third and goal.
Set.
Young looking to throw. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. So now they're left with fourth and goal. Groupie sends it through. And that makes this a 3-score game.
We got ourselves a 3-score game now after that make. It's got to feel like it's going to just about do it with any hopes of a comeback still smoldering. I think these kickers enjoy those opportunities, Kate, to be the one to kick this lead out of range.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. The Giants and Malik Neighbors set to go to work again. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when he saw the field. It's going to be second down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Throw on 3rd down. Toward the sideline, and he locates Johnson. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. One final shot here. And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock. All right, this is going to be the final play of the game. 2nd and 10 now. Taking a final shot at the end zone. And that pass falls incomplete. Well, they kept trying. They kept taking shots at the very end. But now we have reached that end. This one's over. So it's the Panthers who take this one on the road. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Panthers are winners as we say so long from New York.